Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. I'm going to tell you a story today about the time Star Wars dissed Godzilla. Okay, guys, looks like we're a little askew here, doesn't it? Oh, well, kind of different angle, I guess. Well, I want to thank you again for everyone to help with the GoFundMe. Still up if you want to help. My son's surgery is today. Actually in about 6 hours, so I'm gonna head up to the big city in a little bit there. They won't let me come in until after the surgery because of Cornelius and all that. But I want to thank you again for all of you that helped out, and I'll put a link in the description below if you want to help out. Still trying to get that goal, but you guys have helped out a lot, and it means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. More than I thought we'd raise at all, to be honest with you. But you're not here for that. You're here for a video today. So, let's just talk about it. This is the time Star Wars, the official website, made fun of Godzilla, the movie from 1998. You know, from the guy that made Independence Day. In 1996, Independence Day came out, and it was a huge success. It was probably the biggest movie of the summer. Made a lot of money. A lot of people talked about it. Everyone loved this movie. Well, I guess a lot of people love the movie. I'm not going to say everybody did. And then everyone wanted to know what was next. I forget the guy's name. Roland Emmerich. I think that's his name if I said it right. Anyway, they all want to know what's next. What's next for him? What's the next big summer movie he's going to do? Well, he teamed up with Matthew Broderick. That's right, Ferris Bueller himself, to bring Godzilla back to the big screen in the U.S. Well, May 20th, 1998. Godzilla was released in America. And the big hype was a big letdown. This movie was horrible. Now, this isn't against anyone out there that liked it. I don't know many people that did, but overall, the sense was this movie just wasn't any good. It was stupid, and it had no plot to it at all. It did good at the box office. It made its money back and a little profit, but overall, it was considered a letdown. Any plans for a sequel was scrapped. Well, about a year later was going to be the release of the most anticipated movie of all times, Star Wars Episode 1. At this time, we still didn't have a title. There's no movie in history, I think, that got more people excited. More people couldn't wait for this movie. And in the summer of 1998, we had very little to go on. No poster, no official title, some cast news. That was about it. We didn't even know much about the story. And we would all check the official Star Wars website every day for updates. And then we checked it May 27th, 1998, 7 days after the release of the Godzilla movie. Splashed on the front page was a poster. Using the same Godzilla font, this poster said, "Plot does matter." And at the very bottom of the image was Episode 1, and then the Star Wars URL for the website. What was this? Were they taking a dig at the Godzilla movie because so many critics said it wasn't any good, it didn't have a good plot? Well, that image was up on the website for about 4 to 5 hours. And just as it appeared out of nowhere, it disappeared out of nowhere. And no one at Lucasfilm, no one that worked with the website, no one said anything. But during that time, it started to build up a lot of news. Now, this was the days before social media was huge, and you had message boards, news group, email chains. You didn't have the outrage you would have today on social media. But a lot of people saw this as a dig at Universal or at Godzilla or the makers of Godzilla and thought it was poor taste for Star Wars to do. And that's probably why they removed it so quickly. Lucasfilm, of course, had people that checked out the message board, the news groups. Anywhere Star Wars fans were hanging out, they knew what was going on. So they pulled it really quick. But what was this? Was this a tongue-in-cheek thing to do? Just a little bit of fun, poking fun at the Godzilla people? Or was there more to it? According to a fan-made magazine called Blue Harvest in issue 15, this was done by 2 Lucasfilm employees that worked on the website. Under no guidance from anyone at Lucasfilm, they threw up this poster making fun of Godzilla. And according to the Blue Harvest magazine, they got, as they put it, in big old trouble. As soon as Lucasfilm discovered that what had happened, they pulled it down. Now, if you were a fan of going to the news site Ain't It Cool News, who mostly at times had good information, but also wild, crazy rumors, he also had a story of what happened. And this one here was just a theory from someone that said Lucas went out to see Independence Day and hated it. He couldn't believe the hype. He couldn't believe how much money it made, and he couldn't believe that so many people loved it. And then when Godzilla came out, he still just couldn't believe that Hollywood was making a movie like that, and he hated it. So those two that worked for Lucasfilm thought it'd be kind of a funny joke and get on Lucas's good side by poking fun at Godzilla. Well, Lucas found out about it, got very upset, told him it wasn't funny, it was mean-spirited, and to remove it. Now, of course, that's just a theory or some kind of rumor going around. I mean, Ain't It Cool News had some good stuff, but at times he was the doom penis of the internet back then. Now, we never got any official word from anyone. No one on the record or off the record. No one at Lucasfilm. No one that works for the website. No one has ever talked about this. No one has ever explained why this was put up, who planned it, who made it, or whatever. It just became a mystery and something Lucasfilm wanted to forget as soon as they pulled it down. And a lot of people seem to have forgotten about it. Especially if you wasn't into Star Wars news back in 1998, checking the website every day and message boards and news groups, you probably didn't know about it. So I thought it would be a little interesting story to throw up here. And maybe somebody will see this video that worked for Lucasfilm or knows someone that works for Lucasfilm or at least the website that can maybe shed some light on why they did this. To me, I think it was just done as harmless fun. Godzilla was getting a lot of hype for not having a plot, and then they threw this up to be funny. But the ironic thing is, a year later when The Phantom Menace did get released, a lot of those same reviews that criticized Godzilla for having no plot was the same thing that was thrown at episode 1, that the plot was weak, that there was no plot. So it really came back to be ironic that they threw this up making fun of Godzilla, and then they faced the same backlash a year later. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Do you remember when this happened? Do you know more about it? Maybe you can share something I couldn't find out about it, or maybe you know someone that knows something about it. Well, until the next video, thumb up so you like my content, subscribe to the channel, and next time I'll turn my mic on so the sound's better. Thank you for watching.
Junkman.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.